Whether you like it or not, cold and flu season is here, and there are lots of ways that you can make sure that you stay healthy.
Dr. Peter Edelstein is a passionate cancer patient advocate, and he has the scoop on the nutrients that will boost our immune system and help prevent diseases that none of us want. Dr. Edelstein is so good.
That's right. You can do this. This is not a myth. You can eat certain things, and that will help your immune system and ward off the flu and the cold.
That's right, Casey, Nick, you're exactly right. First of all, things like washing hands, getting plenty of sleep, and avoiding those people who come to work even though they're sick, which drives you crazy.
Don't come to work. Sick.
You can get a flu shot, and we can talk about that, but there are so many things you can do in your diet that are not only easy, they taste really good, and it helps boost your immune system, and it helps protect you from getting the flu or getting a cold, or if you do get one, we think it might help that be a shorter illness and maybe one that's not so severe. So I brought some of those foods. I don't claim to cook them, but I could tell you about them.
Dive into
You can throw them in something.
Absolutely.
So eating this real quick while you have the cold or the flu can help shorten its duration?
There's some belief. Again, there aren't a lot of good studies. Most of the studies come out of the lab or animals, but we know that an immune system that's really in good shape can help shorten the duration of a flu or cold, and it can make those symptoms a lot less and hopefully help you not get it in the first place.
There you go.
So we start off over here. So we're in Florida, and everyone in Florida says oranges and orange juice, and of course vitamin C.
Vitamin C is directly affiliated with oranges.
Right. It's important for your immune system, but what a lot of people don't realize is that there are other fresh fruits and vegetables that actually have a lot more vitamin C than oranges. And no offense to the orange industry, I love my orange juice every day. These are sweet bell peppers, and sweet bell peppers in a normal serving actually have more vitamin C than an orange. And they're delicious. Most people have them on their salad. You can eat them fresh, you can have them with dip, and they're really very full of vitamin C, and a great food to have in addition to your oranges.
And something you and I have in common.
Absolutely.
Now, you were not a believer in kale, and your wife wanted to make you some chips.
That's right.
And you said, there's no way I'm ever going to really
listen, salty chips, I like vinegar chips, and now you're going to give me kale chips here. This is not going to go over well in the house, but this is kale, and kale is a dark leafy vegetable, and kale offers an enormous amount of vitamin C, again, more than an average orange. It has vitamin K, it has vitamin A, it has minerals, all of the things that an immune system really needs to stay healthy.
It should be considered a superfood.
It is a superfood, but you go, how am I going to eat kale? I'm not up for kale. Well, kale is good in soups and in salads, but the kale chips are something I really like. And again, I was skeptical at first, but you and I both do this. If you have kale and you tear it into chip-sized leaves and you spray it lightly with olive oil, as you and I talked about, Nick, a little salt, a little pepper, maybe 200 degrees in the oven for an hour and a half. They come out crispy. They're delicious, surprisingly.
Better than regular chips.
They are.
You can still go back to your vinegar, your salt and vinegar and stuff, but these are
these are great. They'll help your immune system.
And then garlic. I love garlic.
Garlic is actually an amazing little immune system booster. It has vitamin B6 in it, but there are also a lot of other chemicals in garlic, and we're just starting to study how garlic can help the immune system. And in lab animals, garlic has had some evidence of resisting infections with bacteria, fungus, and viruses. So having fresh garlic's great for you, particularly if you're around someone else who's eating fresh garlic, because otherwise, you know, you have some problems. But it is great for you. And of course,
paprika?
Paprika. So if you look at some of the orange and some of the yellow vegetables, so sweet potatoes, carrots, but paprika, a great spice, full of vitamin A and B6, very good for the immune system, and a great spice to put on chicken or meat or in a soup. Very, very good for your immune system as well.
And I've noticed paprika is actually in, you know, some of the pills that they have for weight loss, to help with weight loss, that paprika is actually one of those to help to...
Right. It's one of the spices and herbs that we're studying now. Again, there's not a lot of evidence on how it can help you, but there's enough evidence and common sense that tells you these are good for your immune system.
Okay.
What do we have here?
Well, finally, if you can't eat like this frequently, and I admit I don't always eat like this every day, maybe you guys do, you can just pick up a standard multivitamin, and if you look on the back, it tells you what minerals it has, what vitamin it has. The key with vitamins is they're very good for you, but more isn't necessarily better. That's why we have recommendations. Too many vitamins actually can hurt your kidneys and your intestinal system, but you're trying to balance it with diet, and if you need to, a supplement.
I often heard about vitamins that when you take that in the form of a pill, that it doesn't all absorb into your system, only just a portion of it. Is that true?
Well, the reality is the way that these things are designed to disintegrate and be absorbed in different parts of the intestinal tract. So when they get through a reputable, vitamin company, will have vitamins and minerals that actually do get absorbed to the level that you need.
Okay.
Real quick, I got to ask about the flu shot.
Yeah, that's where I was going. I'm so curious.
I've had it maybe twice, and that was like as a teenager, and I've had a pretty strong system, so I just don't,
He's a tough
the flu
guy.
shot, I just don't do that.
And he doesn't like needles either.
He doesn't like needles either.
What's the deal with flu shots?
Well,
I mean, should we get them? Should we not?
This is always the question. You're at work and they say flu shot clinic. You're walking to the store, flu shot clinic.
Right.
The CDC recommends the flu shot for anyone over 6 months of age unless you're in a small group with contraindications. The fact is it's quite effective. It's somewhere between 50 and 75% effective at preventing the flu. And still, many of us don't get it. But the real key here, Casey and Nick, is if you're in a special group who's susceptible to complications of the flu, if you're over 65, if you're under 5, if you've had cancer or you're actively fighting cancer, if you have chronic lung disease or heart disease, the danger of the flu is getting a complication like pneumonia. And actually, you can get very, very sick. Over 200,000 people a year are hospitalized in this country, and tens of thousands die from complications.
Wow.
So everyone is supposed to get it, but if we want to be honest with each other and talk about our busy lives, if you're in one of those susceptible groups, you really should get that little pain in the arm.
Your immune system is down and
Absolutely.
doesn't fight as well as others.
And we're just brushing the surface with all of this. There's so much information, and you have
in
to
here,
there's
so much information. I can see you steam coming off your head.
Yeah,
right
tell
now.
my children that. That's great. I'd love to hear that.
Listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. But you have a book that kind of lays a lot of this out if people want to go in depth. So tell people about that and where they can get it.
Sure. So I've been a cancer surgeon for a long period of time, not someone who's an expert in food and nutrition, but when it came to caring for cancer patients who have immune system problems, by definition, I had to learn about nutrition, and I've written a book called Own Your Cancer. I'm trying to empower cancer patients and their families to not give up when they hear you've got cancer and let the healthcare system just tell them what to do, but to partner with physicians and really take a lead role in their own care.
Very cool. And where can we get that?
Well, you can pre-order the book right now on Amazon.com, Booksamillion.com, be on BarnesandNoble.com. It'll be out this spring. It's Own Your Cancer. Yep.
Very cool.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
Good.
for being
Pleasure
here.
to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, we'd like to thank Dr. Edelstein for sponsoring the segment and being here.
For more information about Dr. Edelstein, or Dr. E, as he likes to be known
A little
as, and
easier
we
for
like
us
to
to
call
pronounce.
him,
It's easier.
There
visit
you go.
ownyourcancer.com.
All right.